You know that feeling when the direct deposit hits your account, and for about 12 hours, you feel like you can finally breathe. You paid the mortgage. You covered the car note. Maybe you even bought that nice dinner. But then the weekend is over, and by Tuesday morning, you're checking your banking app, staring at a number that makes no sense. You make good money, probably more than you ever thought you would. So why does it feel like you're drowning? Like you're running on a treadmill that just keeps speeding up every single day, while you're just trying not to fall off. We call it the rat race, and most of us are running it completely blindfolded. We get the big raise. We buy the slightly better luxury car. We upgrade to the bigger house, and somehow we end up with much less freedom, not more. I've seen it 100 times over the years. Smart people trapped by their own paychecks. But here's the crazy thing. Not everyone stays on that endless treadmill. Some people figure out a quiet way off. They don't hit the lottery. They don't inherit millions from a long-lost uncle. They quietly step away from the daily madness, without anyone even noticing their subtle moves. Until one day they're just completely free. How exactly do they pull it off? It isn't about a magic secret investing trick. Quick reminder before we dig in deeper today. This is strictly for your educational purposes. It isn't professional financial advice. But the real secret to their quiet escape? It happens entirely inside the human mind. It's a fundamental shift in how they process everything. And today I'm going to show you exactly what that mental shift really looks like, and why your tired brain is currently wired to keep you running in stressful circles. To understand the escape, you first have to understand the trap. Our brains were designed for survival, not for managing modern American salaries. Thousands of years ago out in the wild, if you found a sweet piece of fruit, you didn't invest it for retirement. You ate it immediately, because tomorrow was never guaranteed. Your brain rewarded you with a hit of dopamine, that feel-good chemical that shouts, yes. Fast forward to today. We carry that same exact survival brain right inside our modern pockets. Every time you tap your phone to buy something, every time a shiny box arrives at your door, your brain releases that same primitive dopamine. It feels like survival. It feels like winning. But it's actually just a compulsive financial behavior. We call it instant gratification, and marketers know exactly how to trigger it. You see a commercial for a new truck. Your mind doesn't see a 5-year loan. It sees status. It sees respect from your neighbors. So you sign the heavy paperwork. This is how lifestyle inflation quietly takes over. You get a nice promotion at work, but instead of banking that extra cash, your expenses magically rise to match your new income. You swap the reliable Honda for the luxury SUV. You trade the cozy apartment for the huge house. You feel richer for about a month, until the new bills become your normal routine, and the dopamine hit completely wears off, leaving you craving the next big purchase, just to feel that temporary high again. It's a high-stakes cycle trap. You're spending your hard-earned money today to chase a feeling that never actually lasts. And the craziest part of it all, you probably don't even realize you are doing it. But eventually, something always has to give. I want you to imagine a guy named Mark. Mark is a classic American success story. He makes 6 figures at a good corporate job. He wears the right suits. He drives the nice European sedan. To everyone on his suburban street, Mark is crushing it. He looks like a total winner to the outside world. But behind closed doors, Mark is silently suffocating. One random Tuesday evening, Mark is sitting at his kitchen island. The house is quiet. He opens his laptop to pay the monthly bills, and he sees it, despite making more money than he ever has. His checking account is basically on life support. He owes 10 grand on a credit card from a vacation he barely even enjoyed. He owes 50 grand on that shiny car. That just gets him to a job he resents. Suddenly, the illusion shatters into a million pieces. He realizes he isn't building a beautiful life. He's just building a very expensive prison cell. Every dollar he earns is already spoken for, claimed by banks and lenders, claimed by a lifestyle he feels obligated to keep up. That feeling right there, that tight grip in your chest, that is the breaking point. It's the painful moment of true financial clarity. When you realize the fear of losing what you have hurts so much more than the joy of acquiring it. Mark realizes something deeply profound that night. He hasn't been buying real happiness at all. He's been buying temporary distractions from his stress. And he is the one paying the ultimate price, with his own precious time and freedom. He needs a completely different approach to finally survive. So how do you escape? How do you break the mental chains? It starts with a radical shift in your identity. You have to stop playing a character. The character who always needs the newest phone. The character who picks up every single bar tab. Instead, you start finding deep pride in delayed gratification. This is the secret weapon of the quiet escape. You see a pair of expensive shoes. Your primitive brain says buy them right now. But your new mindset pauses. You ask yourself a very simple question. Do I want these shoes today? Or do I want my freedom tomorrow? You begin to treat your budgeting awareness like a game, not a punishment. Every dollar you don't spend on flashy nonsense becomes a soldier working silently for your future. You start ignoring what the neighbors think of you because you finally realize something incredibly liberating. The neighbors are probably drowning in secret debt too. When you stop caring about outward status, you gain an unbelievable amount of internal power. You drive the older car with absolute pride because you know your bank account is slowly growing. You cook dinner at home and actually enjoy it because you aren't feeding the endless consumer machine. This isn't about making unrealistic guarantees or sudden millions. It is about taking back control of your own choices. It's about letting go of your financial ego. When you align your spending with your core values, instead of aligning it with your passing emotions, everything changes. The fear of missing out completely vanishes, replaced by the quiet confidence of knowing exactly where you stand. You become untethered from the relentless cycle. Escaping the rat race doesn't require a miracle. It doesn't require a lottery ticket or a massive inheritance from your family. It just requires a decision to stop letting your emotions run the show, to stop spending money to fix a bad mood, to stop buying things just to impress strangers. Those who quietly walk away from the chaos. They aren't smarter than you. They aren't necessarily making more money than you. They just decided to play a totally different game. A game where peace of mind is the ultimate prize. Imagine waking up a few years from right now, knowing that your life is entirely your own. You don't owe your soul to the credit card companies. You don't panic when an unexpected bill arrives in the mail. You go to work because you want to, not because you desperately have to. That kind of freedom is entirely possible for you. But you have to take the very first step. You have to look your financial habits in the mirror and choose discipline over a quick hit of dopamine. If this message resonated with you today, take just one small step this week. Track your spending for just 3 days, or pause for 24 hours before buying something you want. Just prove to your brain that you are still in control. If you found some value in this story today, hit that subscribe button and leave a like. Drop a comment down below and tell me, what is one habit you want to change today? I'll be reading through all of your answers. Until next time, keep your mind sharp and your focus clear.